In the realm of technology, there's a unique thrill in being an early adopter. It's like stepping into uncharted territory where every experience feels like a revelation. This was me, an eager explorer setting out on a journey with the new Ola S1 Air. My anticipation peaked on the 27th of September when I finally got to lay hands on my S1 Air. The price tag of just under 1.38 LX in Trivandrum was a sweet deal, considering the alternatives. As my first venture into the world of electric vehicles, the initial experience was nothing short of exhilarating. The smooth ride, the impressive handling, and the noteworthy performance across all modes was a refreshing upgrade from my 15-year-old Mahindra Flight. However, there were a few aspects that needed some getting used to. The scooter was a bit tall for my liking, and the switchgear, along with an occasionally slow-to-respond touchscreen, left something to be desired. But as the saying goes, not all that glitters is gold. There were a few flies in the soup. The promised range of the scooter was not being delivered. The battery percentage showed a mysterious drop even when parked. The touchscreen would occasionally freeze, necessitating a reboot, and at times would get stuck in a reboot loop. The horn and switches stopped working once, but a quick visit to the service center seemed to resolve that issue. One evening, I found myself stranded with a scooter that had about 15% charge left but refused to start. An Uber ride home, a dash back to the office with the charger, and a night of charging later, I found the battery at a disappointing 74%. The subsequent charges also stopped at about 70 to 75%, with the screen flashing an unable to charge message. However, as mysteriously as it appeared, the problem resolved itself and the scooter started charging to 100% again. The following week was mostly uneventful. To sum up, the thrill of being an early adopter and the excitement of owning the Ola S1 Air was slightly marred by a few glitches. The highs of the smooth ride, impressive handling and performance were balanced by the lows of the switchgear, touchscreen issues and the erratic battery behavior. However, the spirit of exploration and the joy of journeying into the new world of electric vehicles far outweighed the minor bumps along the way. In the grand scheme of things, these are but teething problems, the kind every early adopter learns to navigate with a sense of adventure and a dash of patience. Because in the end, the journey is as much about the ride as it is about the destination. Imagine for a moment cruising down the road in your eco-friendly electric Ola scooter. You're enjoying the breeze, the sense of freedom, the quiet hum of the electric motor. All seems well until, without warning, your scooter loses power in mid-traffic. The screen flashes a message, 0% charge remaining, switching to park mode. Panic sets in as you hustle to the roadside, safe but stranded. A quick reboot shows the charge at 23%. You cancel your trip, limp back home and set your scooter to charge, a cloud of worry looming overhead. This, my friends, was just the beginning of a nightmare. Fast forward a few days and you're about to head to work. With 50% charge, your scooter jerks to a stop. Rebooting does nothing. You're stuck. The nightmare of Ola service in Trivandrum begins. You call for emergency assistance. Hours pass with no response. You ring customer care. They promise a technician. Days go by and your scooter sits idle. You visit the service center, but they're understaffed and unable to help. You've paid for Ola Care Plus, but they don't prioritize your pickup because your vehicle is safely parked at home. It's a frustrating cycle of wasted days and unanswered calls. Finally, a technician visits and confirms a battery issue. You're instructed to inform the service center to initiate a pickup. More days pass, more calls are made, until finally your scooter is taken away for repair. Days turn into weeks as you call the service center daily, asking about your scooter. At first, they answer, telling you the battery pack needs replacement but hasn't been approved. You're not alone as 11 other S1 Air scooters wait for the same battery replacement. Then the service center stops answering your calls. 1.4 lakhs and a month of use later, your Ola S1 Air scooter sits unattended in a service center. The Gen 2 has glaring issues, and Ola seems to have learned little from the Gen 1 debacle. The service isn't any better, leaving you frustrated and without your scooter. So, for those considering an Ola scooter, reconsider. Look at alternatives like Ather, Chetak, or TVS. If you're one of the lucky few without issues, consider yourself fortunate. But if you encounter a problem, you're in for a rough ride. And to those who can influence Ola, Please help us get our scooters repaired. We need your support to ensure that our eco-friendly choice doesn't turn into an eco-nightmare.